Hey guys, what's up? Green Machine Sam back with another video, and today we have episode 3 of OKC Lancers Relocation, Rebuild, Franchise Mode, whatever you want to call it. And we have some surprising news. We finally got rid of Bill O'Brien, technically. We did bring in a different head coach, so that's good news for us. That's good news moving towards the future. We're technically listed as one of the worst teams, but not the worst teams. That is the upside. Some of our guys are progressing at a very, very good rate, but then the O-line is absolutely trash right now, so we're going to have to fix that. Craig Kelly has proved to be a good quarterback for us for the most part. Once he does get more help, it will help out a little bit. The defense has looked decent. Bramble is actually superstar X Factor. McCutcheon is only star, so that kind of sucks. But we do have pretty good value among the team. We just have to put it all together and make a good team and have them come together. I think some of the biggest needs are defensive line. We need to stop the run. Secondary corner would be cool. Other than that, we could replace, Darren Lee, but we do have a couple guys on the Pro Bowl. Roach, Speaks, Walker, Lee, Bramble, Blankenship, Taysom Hill, to say the least. Craig Kelly, 4,800 yards, 29 touchdowns, 25 interceptions. Kind of looks like Baker Mayfield's rookie season, just a little bit more yards because he did start the season. Run game was abysmal. It was fucking terrible. If there's one thing I hate not having is a run game. I hate not having a run game. A run game can slow down the clock and ultimately bruise your opponent. Now, granted, I prefer the pass game, but a run game is important. 3 receivers over 1,000 yards, over 25 touchdowns for the 4 of them. So, very good year from them. Steven Stokes is performing well on limited catches. Merriweather, I wish was better. I could put him in for Gallup, but since the sim will see Gallup's overall and increase his numbers a little bit just because he is a higher overall, I got to put him at number 2. Spencer Norris was absolutely terrible. Granted, he was a center moving to tackle. We had 3 guys over 100 tackles. Bramble with 124 in that slot role we had him in. 26 tackles for loss for Deshaun Rote, 18 for Brandon Turner, 16 for Darren Lee, 15 for Breland Speaks, and 13 for DeAndre Walker. So, not a terrible season, but when your defense is the worst in the league, it's pretty hard to look at numbers and go, wow, they played pretty well. They didn't. They fucking didn't. I'm pretty sure we got 50 balled like 4 times during the season. I think the Titans did it to us twice. I think we got 30 balled almost every game. I don't think we had a single game where we let up under 30 points. I think every game the other team did put up 30 points. If not, they did put up at least like 27, I think. I think 27 is the lowest, and I think that was the Broncos win that we got. No, not the Broncos. The what was the team that we won like 30-27? I don't even know at this point. It doesn't matter because guess what? That was last season, and we were dog shit last season. So I guess it doesn't really matter all that much. Kicking and punting were okay. Nothing special. Kick return wasn't anything special. Of course, not going to have anybody in the MVP conversation, but Deshaun Watson at 7, so he was our former quarterback. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, nobody in there, of course, because we did not play well. Darren Lee wins Defensive Player of the Year, but does that really help us? He is starting to get to the age of regression already, so it doesn't help us all that much. Keenan Hills, I would have preferred to get it. Craig Kelly wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. That's good to see. Hopefully gets him a development trait as well. Deshaun Roach wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. Bramble, Bush, and McCutcheon all coming at 2, 3, and 4. So they all had good stat-wise years in terms of single season, years for a player of their caliber. Didn't really have anybody I wanted to bring back, but here are some guys. We're going after Kareem Hunt, but we are trying to pay Rashawn Gary. He would be a big addition to that defensive line. We are trying to get some safeties in here, some wide receivers, some running back help, all types of help, but Rashawn Gary is the one guy that we are trying to pay. So we did end up getting Kareem Hunt, Rashawn Gary, Scotty Miller, and Rashard Fenton. So we did get some very good players, and most of these guys will be starting next year, except for probably Scotty Miller. I don't think Scotty Miller is going to be here. I think he is probably just going to be the replacement for Zach Pascal at that number 3 slot position. So we're going to trade the number 1 overall pick down to number 2, pick up a first rounder of next year and a second rounder of next year. The reason being is I value picks next year more than this year. They're easier to trade for. So we also did trade number 2 down to number 5 and then a pick next year. I just thought most of the guys that I wanted weren't worth taking at number 1, but were worth taking later down the line. So we ended up trading for some extra first as well. Going to keep trading down, keep getting more picks. I just don't need, if I don't see a guy that I absolutely have to have, I'm going to trade down. I don't want to sit here and overvalue, rookies and have a bunch of rookies stashed. If you guys watch my Patriots rebuild, that's something that happened. I took way too many rookies thinking one of them was going to hit, and then I ended up being in cap hell, and I couldn't sign a whole ton of players, and I didn't get as much time with the team as I thought I would. Taekwon Bolden would be cool to come in and play for the team. I don't know where exactly he's going to fit in, but he's a good player. Trevor Campbell is another good player. I can't pass up on backup O-lineman. If not a backup O-lineman, he could be starting within the next couple of years if we do decide to get rid of the center that we do have. Cole Green is a good value pick for where we are taking him. He's a 71 overall, number 39 in the class, took him at 65, so he's good value. Johnny Kidd, another guy, hopefully he can shore up that defensive line a little bit more. He's number 30, took him at number 97, 72 overall, 22 years old, 303, 6 foot, out of, I don't know where. 5th and a 7th gets me a 4th of next year. So, like I said, I'm not going to take people that I don't need. Jaron Matlock, 6'5", 287, 23 years old, power rusher, out of Colorado State. He has a dev trait, 71 overall, number 35 in the class, took him at 130. Orlando Laws looks pretty good, 6'6", 271. He looks like a big boy as well. He has a dev trait as well, number 64 in the class, took him at 140. These are those value picks that you have to find in these drafts. Tyquan Turner is 6'4", and he's a big-ass motherfucker. He's going to knock your ass out. I'm not quite sure if he's a run support, but he will be playing. Taekwon Bolden, another big guy. I think, no, one of them was 6'3", one of them was 6'4". I'm not quite sure which one was which, but both these guys are huge motherfuckers, and if I put them in the slot, they are going to create some havoc. Trevor Campbell here, going to go with a little simple look with just some 3/4 sleeves and some hands. Okay, and then Cole Green here, cornerback out of Oregon. Looks kind of skinny. Hopefully he could put some meat on in the NFL if he did come to the NFL. Johnny Kidd, just a big old run stopper. He's not going to be anything special, but I hope he does help shore up that rotation of the D-line. I hope he doesn't just come in and be a bust. Jaron Matlock, he's big. He's big enough where you could probably play him at a 3-4 defensive end. Well, defensive tackle, defensive end, whatever you want to call it. And Orlando Laws as the same thing. But they are going to be playing edge rushing positions for me. They do have dev traits, so hopefully they can get off the line and become something special. Carl Nassib, Fox, and DeAndre Walker for first, and Matthew Judon. Matthew Judon was just capped. And then we're going to trade Tart, Speaks, and however you say his name, for Roquan Davis as another defensive tackle. He's going to come in. Tart and Speaks just didn't develop. Dwayne Haskins, we're going to send to the Saints, give him a chance to start. Malcolm Jenkins, another guy that just needed to come off the Saints books because of cap. We're only taking a second-round pick from them because I don't want to take too much from them. I don't. Judon, we're going to trade here to the Bucks now for a fourth-round pick. So the Bucks wanted him, so they can have him. With that being said, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Turn on post notifications if you guys want to be notified anytime I post a video. With that being said, guys, go check out the latest roster updates. Go check out some of my other videos, and I'll be back with another video here shortly. I'm out. Peace.